Hey, famous Mellow Ho, New Moon, you know what I'm saying? And the power of influence today for y'all boys, you know what I'm saying? Basically, what it's gonna be is it's about, associates in the public arena and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So, my opposite energies and shit like that personally, since, I'm a Leo, sun, Cancer moon and shit like that. Kind of blamed it on why I got sick and shit, but really it's just the season, everybody pretty much getting sick around this season because it's like temperature changing and shit. So the way your body changes and the temperature that your body is changing it can be affected by the time and the season we in and make you, you know what I'm saying, your body has to adjust to that. So it's not really us getting sick, you feel me? It's us developing, you know what I'm saying, not the bacteria and shit like that, but the fluids necessary really to be, sustained in this type of weather. So if you getting sick and shit right now, it's all a part of nature, baby. It's your body trying to work for you, not against you. Feel me? So yeah, like I said though, so shit, new moon out here. What we dealing with as far as the power of influence and shit. Conjunction, sun, moon, Mercury, Pluto. What we taking actions, having our viewpoints, creating emotional connection, thinking, communicating, analyzing, and as well as transforming and taking power control over. It's gonna have to do with what we giving power of influence right now to, in which that would be our associations, the public arena, and what we associated with currently. So having that be a power of influence that we are so be influenced by right now, it's gonna be is in a way of, you know what I'm saying, us planting seeds as well as, you know what I'm saying, reaping what we sow basically when we started the you know what I'm saying, previous year, you know what I'm saying, from our or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, we was in Leo season basically, planting that new moon Leo seed. It's gonna be accumulated now to the full moon in Leo, being in Leo and shit like that. And that's what we're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be the not the completion, I guess you could say, but the balance and the fulfillment of that seed that we planted, and with the new moon in Leo being actually coming into, you know what I'm saying, we being able to see it now amongst our associates in the public arena that we in. You know what I'm saying? As far as whatever self-expression, you know what I'm saying, fiery Leo-like energy, setting the stage type energy that we set from when we had planted that seed in Leo season. It's gonna be coming to, you know what I'm saying, a point where we can collectively, amongst our associations, share that self-expression and shit like that. So that's pretty much, this is the objective side of the year, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be planning that amongst our associations and shit like that. Whatever we associated with in a public arena is gonna be how we, you know what I'm saying, self-expressing ourselves from when we had planted that new moon in Leo up until now we got the full moon in Leo, just like, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Moon Mercury, my nigga actually pointed this out, so which makes me bring it to my you know what I'm saying, point that from what this new moon is gonna be shown as in Leo season, it's gonna be whatever plant seeds we planted, it's gonna be being shown as that, you know what I'm saying, during the Aquarius full moon. So that's why we planting seeds right now, to see self-expression of what we have amongst our associates in the public, as a way of form of setting the stage for ourselves as well as our associates, you know what I'm saying, our associations amongst the public arena. So that's pretty much what it goes down to be as, like, collectively, yes, we're planting seeds to be seen, you know what I'm saying, as what we like to express ourselves as amongst the public and shit like that. But yeah, in reality, this season is more about, we're planting seeds to, you know what I'm saying, to what we are associating with, you know what I'm saying, to see from from when Leo season we have planted the new moon, we're gonna get the accumulation of the full moon, you know what I'm saying, from this season, and it's which is gonna play out is whatever seeds we planted then playing out now. But the new moon is really more based in this, what we planted season in Aquarius season. It's gonna be how we, you know what I'm saying, are structuring and AKA associating and actually connecting the dots and shit like that with our associations, and maybe building new associations, or, you know what I'm saying, since, you know, we're transforming that and shit of that nature, with Pluto being there, creating an emotional connection with it, gonna be, you know what I'm saying, reacting, responding to that too. So that's pretty much how we are getting influenced by it, you know what I'm saying, from whatever is transformed, we can transform together as far as power and control in that area. You see what I'm saying? Collectively. You shouldn't be having to do it by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because collectively, the transformation is gonna take place anyways, you see what I'm saying? So we be better off doing that as a associated group, you know what I'm saying? Kind of transforming and taking power and control over that association as a group coming together, and not just being so trying to be fulfilled when it comes to the self-expression, expressionatory aspect of why we are coming together. You see what I'm saying? So that's the point of the new moon, not the full moon, sorry. The new moon, planting seeds in it. Whole point is to, you know what I'm saying, plant something that's new. Just plant something that's you can fixate and sustain when it comes to what you are uniquely innovating and shit. And your associates in the public arena is pretty much how we gonna be influencing, you see what I'm saying, these energies, and how we're gonna be pushing out these energies from a individual aspect of the, you know, us being able to plant seeds energy. You know what I'm saying? The ability for us to move through these transits and actually have the, you know, I'll say audacity to even self-express ourselves. This season, it'll be about how we associate ourselves, you know what I'm saying, with that self-expression being the what we're fulfilling, you know what I'm saying, with the accumulation of our inner cup, or whatever the case may be, as far as what we react and responding to is being influenced. It's influencing, see what I'm saying? Not as well, whatever you influence and shit like that, you know, be paying more attention to as well. So you also may be thinking that you're getting influenced by it, but you have to be looking at the, you know, every single details. What is really that you're influencing? That is your energy that you could piece out and poke out and directly see versus what is you getting influenced by and shit like that. So that's a good point to see, you know what I'm saying? And recollect during this season and shit like that. You wanna not just, you know what I'm saying, for the long period of time, be able to transform and take power control with whatever you associating with, but be able to flow with the group wants to, you know what I'm saying, and collectively balance that out with your self-expression. Flow with the group wants to actually be seen as in the public, and bring that to a point of sustainability, for you can see it in a long period of time, that come into what you're trying to uniquely innovate or you see what I'm saying, sustain. As far as what you putting your expressionatory energy into, that's what you more likely gonna want to be, you know what I'm saying, attracted to is the fruit that you bear when it comes out to how the particular association wants to be seen in the public and shit. So being able to flow with that and shit like that, that's pretty much the power of influence and shit that we gonna be getting, you see what I'm saying? So through also having the ability to communicate, you know, analyze and, you know, connect the dots when it comes to the associations and what we associated with publicly, or shit, what the fuck we think that we can uniquely transform and take power control of, as far as what we fixating and sustaining for long term, you know what I'm saying? The long term vision of our associations being in a place of balance or a place of flow and shit like that, whatever I said earlier about how, you know, you do that, however you go about that, that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, what we able to influence, yeah, but it's will be influenced by. So gotta, you know what I'm saying, bring the microphone to your mouth so you can actually communicate it, what you fixate in your mind and your ability to connect the dots and associations, and the, you know what I'm saying, transformation or whatever the associates want to be seen and then it is in the public arena and shit like that is what, you know what I'm saying, you want to be influencing. So that's, yeah, like I said, pretty much the power of influence as far as with how we influence associations in the public and how that shit's getting influence on us. So power of influence shit, going on from that with the North Node, Saturn, you know what I'm saying, conjunction with Pisces and Neptune and Venus, with us moving here, you know what I'm saying, with that, that's mainly a vibration of transformation type energies that we going through since, you know what I'm saying, 12th house 2 Pisces is Aquarius. That is going to be our spiritual transformation really right now more than anything. What we are going through as far as influence and influence, being influenced by, basically what I'm trying to say, shit is that celestial creation / spiritual transformation, transformative part of our energies that we could play out as far as how those two dance together when the 12th house is, you know what I'm saying, right there next to each other. So it's like going from the dream and our associations is kind of where our next dream would lead to. You feel me? As far as how we, you know what I'm saying, influencing that dream and shit. It'll be, like I said, how you are trying to balance the associations out to be with you know what I'm saying, what the group wants to be seen as in the public. To be able to be, you know what I'm saying, in that dream-like aspect of you being able to see you sustain that association so long, it become the dream, you know what I'm saying? So not just that's the dream, saying that that's the dream that you wanted to see come into fruition and shit like that nature, but more like you seeing that dream play into an aspect of you being able to create more dreams, faith, belief, and imagination off of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where Pisces gets the 12th house, being associated, you know what I'm saying, with Aquarius. Second house to Aquarius would be Pisces. Us fixating, sustaining, you know what I'm saying, comfortability and reality with that dream and shit like that. Comfortability and the sustainability with sensing, touch, taste, feeling, and yeah. Seeing, touch, taste, feeling, and hearing that dream. But yeah, that's mainly like the power of influence, though, from Pisces. Basically what I was saying at the beginning right now is going on that destiny, you know what I'm saying, or a spiritual path of the faith, having, you know what I'm saying, creating and or adapting and, you know what I'm saying, bringing in to fruition others as well as your own, giving love, value, and appreciation for that. Seeing the how you can create more dreams, faith, belief, imagination on that. Seeing how you can bring that into reality. You feel me? Through building on the reality of it. Of the dream, faith, belief, imagination, delusion. We gonna be having to, you know what I'm saying, like I said, with that, mainly it's a not power of influence, I mean vibration of transformation of transformative energies that we going through from 12th house Aquarius to, you know what I'm saying, second house to Aquarius. 12th house from Aquarius, 12th house Pisces, Aquarius, second house Aquarius, Pisces type energies. It's gonna be like you having to more like embody that dream that, you know what I'm saying, that you think that you feeling, tasting, touching, hearing, and seeing, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to have belief, faith, imagination, and some type of destiny that you going on has, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, some type of path that you think that you going on or whatever the case may be. You have to actually embody that thing that you think that you trying to push out or chase, you see what I'm saying, or whatever the case, and matter of the fact, the matter that you think that may involve your goals and shit like that. has to be included in a part of what you being proactively having faith, belief, imagination, and creating that ability to collectively be adaptable and mutable to others' dreams, faith, beliefs, imaginations. So you basically having the power of influence to just associate amongst your associations, fixate, sustain that, to be able to see the long-term vision of the dream that you want to, you know what I'm saying, embody and shit like that. faith, belief, imagination that you want to embody. It's not just a dream, you see what I'm saying? So it's actually something that you could taste, touch, feel, hear, and see for Aquarius, your associations when you dealing with that realm. You feel what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. We have the power to influence that as well. All right. So pretty much that's it for that. Going on to the vibration of transformation. Chiron being still in Aries and shit like that. You know what we have for our self expression when it comes to as far as how we healing that, whatever we have built up until this point. You know what I'm saying? From what we basically have healed, whatever is that we self-expressing, whatever we healed in that way, that shape, form, or fashion, it came from the seeds that we planted in that. Basically, it's gonna be playing out is the vibe. What we having to transform in the vibration of us. You know what I'm saying? Still having to make unique in an individual. What we have is a value, gift, talent, and that we want to sustain. You know what I'm saying? See play out is that whatever we, you know what I'm saying, are valuing and appreciating, being able to, you know what I'm saying, what we relate to for within others' values and you know what I'm saying, gifts, talents, and shit like that. And being able to fixate and sustain that for, you know what I'm saying, for not to be just so, you know, poised on the fact of the matter that you have to, you know what I'm saying, value that for your, not the case to say value for yourself, but have a more self-esteem to be like, you know, selfish towards that value rather than appreciative and shit like that, and, you know, loving and basically relatable and shit like that. So through that vibration of, you know what I'm saying, transformation being played out, it's gonna be like whatever you is your self-expression is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, with you healing and having on a growth, and it's not even a growth, but where you came from that growth and healing and shit, and now your self, you know what I'm saying, expression and shit, and your self value and interest and personal affairs, whatever that was, plant the seeds that you have planted in that to now, it'll be like, you know what I'm saying, you have to transform that through spiritually, through, you know what I'm saying, you having a touch, taste, feel, and see your value that you know what I'm saying, and be relatable and shit to that, and be you feel me, more acquainted to have a ability to be at peace and with that, what you're sustaining and shit like that, for you being an individual and having that be unique to you and shit, and your value and what you actually see value in, this gonna provide you sustainability and shit like that for the long run of that gift, talent, or skill, or, you know what I'm saying, ability that you have to, have that fixed, you know what I'm saying, sustainable, not sustainable, not just sustainable, but fixed, tangible, yeah, tangibility to just be able to use, you know what I'm saying, with your will, whatever you feel is your, however good you feel with it, your self-esteem and shit like that, with how you have an ability to, you know what I'm saying, bring that fixed earth, you know what I'm saying, into a shape and form of not just you having to be so secure and safe and feel comfortable within it, but be able to relate and be able to, show the love and the value of it, to others, that you can, you know what I'm saying, be able to relate that gift and shit like that. That's not just, you know what I'm saying, something that you want to hold in for yourself to be able, like nobody else could do this, but it's something that you know that you can do. So vibrational transformation from your self-esteem and that really that self ability to go on a healing and growth, you know what I'm saying, path. That self ability to just go ahead and initiate and create a personal interest, you know what I'm saying, a personal ability to go ahead and just initiate and create a personal affair or a personal shit, creative ability to birth something into existence. You have to have self-esteem and value for that, amongst others as well. So you having a vibrational transformation from that inner, you know what I'm saying, inner fire to what you could actually feel and shit, you're gonna have to go, you know what I'm saying, go transform yourself from what you feel to actually go do that in your environment, what your frequency of creation would be. But basically it's your vibrational transformation from Taurus and Uranus to Jupiter and Gemini, which you communicating and, you know what I'm saying, adapting to in your environment is as far as frequency of what you can creating and shit. You and your expansion amongst that creation, amongst your environment, amongst your immediate environment, in which you can communicate and which you can think and adapt to. It would be like, you know what I'm saying, how you transforming your value of what you see in long term, of how you making that unique individual to you. That vibration is gonna be like you having to breathe, you know what I'm saying, breathe it out into existence, communicate it and walk, and not walk, but more, you know what I'm saying, talk and express it in a way of what you think and adapt in your environment can go, you know what I'm saying, in a way with you where you could travel and, you know what I'm saying, see a point that you can reach from and shit. So that ability that you can see a point that you could think, another angle or a point that you could think from and shit like that, how you can expand, how you communicate and think and adapt in your environment and shit like that, and do that through your environment. That's gonna be how you transforming, expressing, and having a spiritual transformation from what you physically can feel to what you can, you know what I'm saying, in your individual value, to what you can physically feel in your, you know what I'm saying, communication and what you thinking. You can physically touch, taste, see, and feel and hear your environment. So that's directly, you know what I'm saying, playing out is right whenever you transform your personal value into your individual, sustainable gift, value, and talent, it would be, you know what I'm saying, something that you already doing in your environment. So your environment is already immediate to you, but you creating in your frequency, it would be, you know what I'm saying, played out is a vibration of transformation for, you know what I'm saying, tourists. So that's what you physically are touch, taste, feeling, seeing, and hearing, being able to transform whatever you know what I'm saying, spiritually had a you know, faith, belief, imagination in that, give value and talent and shit to your immediate environment, how you can think, communicate, and adapt to expand the, you know what I'm saying, environment, and to expand the way you think, communicate, and shit like that. That's gonna be how you transforming, you know what I'm saying, from your spiritual perspective of that, and your spiritual transformation of that environment, that you can think and adapt and communicate to and be able to expand. It'll be more of like a transformation for through the vibration of you being able to touch, taste, feel, hear, you know what I'm saying, your emotion and your experience, shit like that, playing out as what you initiate and creating as far as your home, family, privacy, and shit like that. And whatever you got is passionate, or you know what I'm saying, have a passion or motivation or desire to fulfill in that area and shit like that. It would play out as like you being able to transform your vibration from how you see you talking, you know what I'm saying, you communicating a frequency in your environment to your emotional home, from your internal home, transforming that, how you spiritually can, you know what I'm saying, how you spiritually transform that is through the vibration of Cancer. You feeling, initiating, and creating emotions amongst in your internal home to be able to, you see what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, with you in your privacy, in your internal home, have a passion, desire, and a motivation to go about that, that emotional internal energy, feminine, subconscious, Lilith, you know, or not really Lilith, but more to say, you know what I'm saying, deep subconscious, hidden subconscious, to play out in the more of the sense of the ability for you to touch, taste, feel, hear, and see, that ability to use that, you see what I'm saying, in your emotional home, and be able to have to, you know what I'm saying, be influenced by, as well as create and initiate new feelings in your emotional home and shit like that. So vibrational transformation from from there would be Virgo, you know what I'm saying, will be feel comfortable and shit, safe and secure within. And the South Node will be have work, health, and routine and pattern in, will be having a vibrational transformation for to, you know, spiritually come from in a way that we however we spiritually transform how we work and shit, and have a health routine within how we feel comfortable, or what makes us comfortable, and shit like that. To have a health routine and a pattern, it's gonna play out as a vibrational transformation for, you see what I'm saying, Lilith being in Libra, shit, what you have a first desire, you know what I'm saying, emotional, deep, not really encapsulated, but more like your first ability or first sense to even gravitate to express a certain emotion more than another and shit like that within a relationship, and how you relating and your relatability energy and shit like that, and your relations that you are conducting on a day-to-day basis and shit like that will be more of a touch, taste, feeling, you know what I'm saying, hearing and seeing, being able to use that ability and the gift talent, you know what I'm saying, of that which you spiritually transform from your ability to work, have a comfortability within that work health routine and pattern, you being able to transform that to which you can relate, and your relatability energy and your relations, and how you initiate and create a way of balance within what your mutual dealings would be, or whatever the case, or what you have a play in a hand and a stick in, or whatever the case may be. So you pretty much have to, you know what I'm saying, play that out is what you feel is, you know what I'm saying, your faith, you have faith, belief, and imagine it, or you know what I'm saying, whatever you believe that you doing as far as how you feel comfortable within your work health routine patterns and shit like that, to get, you know what I'm saying, to wherever you doing, you know, in your day-to-day basis, as far as what you want to be health, seeing as health wise, you know what I'm saying, what you ever want to be seen as work wise, what you got to fucking, you know what I'm saying, adapt to as far as earth shit, and how people analyze shit, and the detail of every little thing that could fucking, you know what I'm saying, possibly play out as something, you know, a nurturing quality, or something that you can sorry about that. Excuse me, I think a quality is as far as you can adapt and have a moldable aspect to in the earth realm, as far as others work health routine patterns, you know what I'm saying? That you still gotta share time with your family and friends. So y'all gotta work though. You know what I'm saying? So inability to have a transformation and you know what I'm saying, spiritual aspect of how you have faith, belief, and imagination of that, or whatever you believe in, that would be more of like how you are having a ability to relate with your relationships in the way that you are relatable. How you relate is going to be played out is your relationships, how you balance that. And basically, so this is what you're going to be having to, you know what I'm saying, play out, is you being able to share and relate your gift, value, and talent that you can relate, and also others can relate, have a relatability energy, and relate to their, you know what I'm saying, others' relationships and shit like that, gonna be relating, you know what I'm saying, influencing you as well as you influencing others and shit like this. So that's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, the vibration of how you gonna have to be transforming that work health routine pattern and shit like that through how you relate. So, and how you you know what I'm saying, individually have a gift, value, or talent to relate and shit like that, do what you can spiritually have belief in. You see what I'm saying? So from there, pretty much it's gonna be the vibrational transformation. What I was saying, what you communicating and thinking and analyzing about, and in your associations, it's gonna basically come down to, you know what I'm saying, how you transforming, taking power, controlling it, how you know what I'm saying, are balancing that ability to for you to be associated, you know what I'm saying, to be seen as in the public and shit, and what you seen as in the public, create emotional connection and you know what I'm saying, reaction or response to that, to be able to plant seeds in a way of you transforming, having a vibration of transformation within how you take action and have a viewpoint within take actions and within your associations, your associates in the public, through a vibration, you understand what I'm saying, of you going to that, you know what I'm saying, or you could say coming, but you're going to that spiritual transformation of, or you could say faith, belief, imagination, dream, you know what I'm saying, you're looking towards that dream for which you're associated with, to be, you know what I'm saying, what its vibration is, be associated with its vibration, and whatever it wants to be transformed as, it's going to be seen as that. You're going to be looking towards having the ability to do that, the ability to have faith, imagination, and creating, you know what I'm saying, a dream and shit like that, out of how you bring that into reality. Give love, faith, belief, give love, appreciation, value, and go on that, you know what I'm saying, spiritual path and destiny of you being able to mold and adapt to others' imaginations, faith, beliefs, as well as yours. You know what I'm saying? So you being able to share, you know what I'm saying, and have that vibration of transformation through Pisces, you having to touch, taste, feeling, and see and hear your dream, faith, belief, imagination. You're going to have to do that through your associations, coming from how you take power and control, and how you balance that out for you to be seen amongst the collective, or amongst the, you know what I'm saying, the public arena and shit like that, with, this collective. So to be taking actions in that, spiritually, you're transforming, you know what I'm saying, whatever you're taking actions in, planting seeds in, as far as how you have a different angle or viewpoint to take action in that field and arena and shit like that. So you can touch, taste, feel, hear, and see the ability, and as well relate and mold, not really mold, but fixate and sustain and relate, you know what I'm saying, to others' ability to as well play out that dream, faith, belief, imagination, delusion, for you to be able to, you know what I'm saying, be in harmony with others' dream, faith, belief, imagination, delusion, as well as your own. So you being able to go on that spiritual path and destiny of you, you know what I'm saying, having to see the harsh reality of you building on it, but you as well having the power to influence the love, value, and appreciation that you give for that, and get it back as well from how you get influenced from that. It's all going to play out as the vibration of transformation for your associations and what you're associated with, and want to deeply, passionately transform and have the power and control, or, you know what I'm saying, think and communicate and analyze about that with others and shit like that. It'll be how you spiritually transforming, you see what I'm saying, that vibration that you're transforming. So from there, vibration of transformation, from how you spiritually transforming your dreams, faith, belief, imagination, delusion, and imagination and creativity, energy that you can, you know what I'm saying, mold and adapt to others as well as your own, shit like that. So that shit gonna be playing out what you touch, taste, feel, and hear and see through your motherfucking individual personal interests and values and personal affairs. You know what I'm saying, as far as what you personally birth into reality and initiate and create, as far as inner fire and shit like that. that you can spark something in others for them to see. So that's gonna play out is, you know what I'm saying, with you going on a journey of healing and growth and shit, it's gonna be seen as that vibration of transformation. So that what you transforming from your spiritual, you know what I'm saying, dream, faith, belief, imagination, and delusion and shit like that. Your spiritual transformation within your you see what I'm saying, dream, excuse me, faith, belief, imagination, delusion, or whatever that you know what I'm saying, trying to bring it to reality as far as with your what you like to relate to others' dreams, with other dreams, you know what I'm saying, that you might see this, you know what I'm saying, can relate to yours, some shit like that. It's gonna be like you having to use that ability to personally have an interest in value and shit like that, and what you have, you know what I'm saying, create and birth into reality and shit like that, to be able to relate with others as well and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's really that vibration of transformation from what you spirit, 12th house, Aries, Pisces, you know what I'm saying, belief, faith, imagination, delusion, within how you have faith, belief, imagination, you know what I'm saying, within that, it's going to be played out is what you personally able to adapt or not adapt with, you feel what I'm saying, personally able to initiate and create your inner fire and, you know what I'm saying, play out that give value and talent to relate it with others and shit like that. So that's pretty much the vibration of transformation. But like I said, it's more vibration and transformation than anything. So frequency of creation would be, you know, Aries, Chiron, which you personally have an interest in value in and shit like that. It's gonna be how you being seen as how you your frequency of creation from how you have to heal, and you know what I'm saying, however you grow or shit like that, and have to heal that personal interest and value, or however you go about that, it's gonna be shown as your frequency that you thinking about and what you creating in your environment, what you frequently creating and shit like that. Play out is what you expanding amongst your environment and your ability to think and mold and adapt and shit like that to how you communicate and shit to your environment, and how you create that frequency and shit in your environment. So and then from there, yeah. And yeah, so basically from there, we transforming and that frequency to be, you know what I'm saying, from what our celestial creating, what we celestially creating from our personal interests and having a growth, healing, you know what I'm saying, ability to what you personally have a personal interest in and shit like that. It's gonna be like seen as how you you know what I'm saying, expanding your environment and shit, how you expanding your way that you could think, communicate, and adapt and mold and be able to show, you know what I'm saying, not really show too much, but to the way that you could communicate, you know what I'm saying, the way you can think and communicate. It's gonna be how you play it out in your environment. Is basically gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, what you interested in personal, you know what I'm saying, your personal value or whatever and shit like that, that you healing and you know what I'm saying, initiating, creating that growth and shit from. It'll be how you playing that out. So like, how you playing that out would be like, damn, okay, so you gonna be planning it out like how you think, communicate, and adapt in your immediate environment. Yeah, it's how your frequency creation would be from how you personally have an interest, personal interest, and how you initiate and create that ability to have a spark or inner flame to spark amongst your celestial, you know what I'm saying, creation that you have, you know what I'm saying, associated with your associations in in the public arena that you want your association to be seen like and shit like that, or how, you know what I'm saying, collectively, aka how you want to be your association to be seen and shit like that. Yeah, and so that's gonna be how you plan out a frequency of how you creating that. It's gonna be through Gemini, you know, what you think, communicate, analyze about in your environment and shit like that, to have the ability to be moldable and adaptable to how you to what you thinking and shit. Or not really analyze, but how you thinking and communicating in your environment, have the ability to be moldable and adaptable to that. It's gonna be how you you know what I'm saying, frequently creating your thoughts and shit, how you creating the frequency of what you pushing out in your environment, and seeing as far as what you can have every single thought, you know what I'm saying, be um um and and you know be playable, be a character that you can, you know what I'm saying, something you could just jump into it at instant and shit like that. That's basically the how you're gonna be expanding your wisdom, faith, you know, not wisdom, faith, belief, faith, belief, imagination, wisdom, you know what I'm saying, and experiences is through that, you know what I'm saying, your ability to go ahead and just frequently create what your thoughts are in your environment, and be able to just play them out as a, you know, moldable and adaptable character and shit like that. So from there, frequency creation would be like what we individually are valuing within our gift and talent and shit like that. It's gonna be a what we celestial creating, what we, you know, amongst our associates in the public and shit like that. What that is for, you know what I'm saying, whatever that is for our individual value that we have in our gift, value, and the talent, you know, that we have, is it'll play out as a frequency of creating, you know, your passion, your motivation, or desire to, and, you know, initiate and create emotion within your emotional home, and your emotional you know what I'm saying, your emotional home, and way that you go about on the go with that, you know what I'm saying, ability to connect to other, and you know what I'm saying, be able to relate to others, way that they can initiate and create emotions and shit like that. From that being the frequency of creation for your, what you associating with as far as your individual value and shit like that, you will be playing it out is how you, that's your thought, how you think, communicate, and be able to adapt and shit like that to that. And it'll be basically how you, in your emotional home, how you be able to, your ability to being able to be able to think, communicate, and adapt, you know what I'm saying, to your emotional home. So how you thinking about that, how you creating that environment of, you know what I'm saying, your emotions, and what you initiated and creating and shit like that in nature. what you emotionally creating and shit like that is what you being able to initiate and create in your emotional home. Your ability to think and be adaptable to that is how it's going to play out for the way that you having a frequency of creation and be able to communicate your emotions and shit like that. Frequency of creation, as far as that's how it plays out. You being able to communicate that and think and analyze and adapt to, or not just analyze, but think and adapt the way that you are moldable to think and adapt about those emotions. Is how you be communicating your emotions and shit like that. So pretty much from that, Cancer and Mars being the sextile to Virgo South Node, that's going to be the frequency creation for Cancer to, be able to celestially embody or create that emotion in how you have a passion or, motivation or desire within that. Would be like, you being able to have a moldable and adaptable way to think and moldable and adaptable way to think and communicate your work health routine patterns and shit like that. Will you comfortable and feel safe and secure with and shit like that? It's gonna be how you know what I'm saying, playing out how you in your associate with you associated with how you your emotions are in your home, family, and privacy on the go, how you go about conducting that and shit like that, your emotions and shit, and the way that you initiate and create an emotional home and shit like that. So gonna be playing out like within your associations, you being able to have a frequency of creation within how you have a work health routine pattern. It's gonna be playing out like that. So how you that sextile will be is your whatever you are moldable and adaptable to as far as your environment. I mean your work environment and your patterns and health routines and situations that you basically have to give care, or not really just care or nurture, but you have to, see about on a day-to-day routine and give detail to and give a structure to, as far as what you being able to change and shit like that, and how you can have more free space, and how you can by putting things in order and analyzing shit like that, is gonna be how you feeling safe and secure and comfortable within that frequency of creation, that you being able to think and communicate and about how you analyze and shit like that. So about how you are moldable and adaptable to how you have a work health routine pattern and ability to change your environment as far as what you put in work to expand and embody and shit like that. So like I said, for your dream, so that's that frequency of creation from Aquarius in the sun, conjuncting Moon, Mercury, and Venus. How you taking actions, creating an emotional connection, and being able to think, communicate, analyze, and your associations, ability to, think, communicate, and analyze and shit like that, in the way you associate in the public and balance that association in the public arena, as far as how y'all taking power and control of that and shit like that. Gonna be playing out as a frequency of how you creating your personal interest and value and shit, and how you basically healing that, pain and suffering that you might be going through, whatever the case. You see what I'm saying? So in your personal interest and your personal value and what you value and shit like that, however you healing it, that are going, or having a growth and a healing of which you may have a vulnerable spot in, or may have a fault to make mistakes or have problems to sometimes with others, or within even yourself, you know what I'm saying, within your personal interests and your ability to initiate and create some birthing energy of what you want to see a spark in and shit, or what you want to spark some imagination or some ability to, you know what I'm saying, initiate and create an inner fire within. It's going to play out as how you thinking and being able to be moldable and adaptable to thinking about that, and communicating about that from your celestial creation and shit. How you going about that as a personal expression within your associates in the public, being the balance to the public. Being seen from how you want to be seen is, and with actions you taking and thinking, communicating, analyzing, and with emotional connection that you are making to your public arena and shit like that. It's gonna play out is what you see what I'm saying? Why did I say Venus? I don't know if I said Venus, but Pluto. Oh no, I said Pluto. My bad, y'all. But yeah, what you going about your associations and your associates, how you having a self-expression, you know what I'm saying, within that, in those associations in the public, being able to balance how you see your associations in the public and shit, is how you having a frequency of creation, you know what I'm saying, being able to take that celestial creation that you built within your associations within the stars and shit like that to play out is what you personal interest in your value is, to be able to think and be moldable and adaptable to your personal interests and value and communicate is the essence between how that would be you know what I'm saying, thought about, and how that celestial creation from your associations and your associates in the public within, you know what I'm saying, your ability to associate within, have a balance within that, the public and what you associated with and shit like that. Within the stars play out is however you thinking, communicating, and adaptable to how you personally interested in that, in your value in that and shit like that. Within how you grow, you know what I'm saying, and heal that shit that you personally value within your associations, you know what I'm saying, personally value within whatever you trying to heal within your personal value within, and think and communicate about that. Will play out is how far you came in your associations that you know what I'm saying, can be able to play out ability to take action, communicate, analyze, think, or play out ability to have a dream, faith, belief, imagination, let me say that again. Have a ability to say, play out a power or control more balance, you see what I'm saying, and the way that you communicate and analyze about that with your associations, being able to not initiate, but more fixate and sustain that long-term vision of the dream and your associations, which you associated with, to, you know what I'm saying, your celestial creation within the stars, which y'all are making, you know what I'm saying, and creating amongst y'all, initiating and creating amongst y'all the associations, you know what I'm saying, fixating amongst the stars is playing out as what you, how far you able to have a not health, but have a real healthy growth and and transformation within that healing process between how you personally are interested within the association and shit like that, or how you have a personal interest within your ability to initiate and create that spark and shit like that, that you could be relatable to others and shit, and that you can initiate and create that spark, you know what I'm saying, from how you can be able to relate to others, inner fire and shit, and birthing energy to be able to create and initiate a imagination and shit. So, frequency creation from there would be Pisces, North Node, Venus, Saturn, and Neptune conjunction, having a sextile to Uranus and Taurus. You see what I'm saying? What you, celestial creating as far as how you have a dream, faith, belief, imagination, or being able to be adaptable and moldable to others and shit like that. Going on that destiny and spiritual path to that shit like that. You you know what I'm saying? Being able to love, value, and appreciate others as well. You know what I'm saying? Give love, value, and appreciation for your own dream, faith, belief, imagination, and delusion, and bring that and see that into reality. Have a maybe a way of harsh or conducive way of bringing that into reality, or you know what I'm saying, consistent, disciplined way of bringing that into reality. You can see that play out as you, your faith, belief, imaginations, dreams, and delusions, shit like that, being able to be created more and added more onto, from what your celestial creation, and that from, your frequency of creation, and Taurus, your ability to individually sustain and a unique gift, value, or talent for a long period of time, for sustain that value, gift, or talent that you want to fixate, and you see what I'm saying, be able to relate to others and shit like that, talents and shit like that, how you able to think and communicate and moldable, adaptable of that value and shit will be how your frequency of creation is going to be playing out from what you celestially created and shit like that, and how you're adding on to, you know what I'm saying, your celestial creation as far as your dreams, faith, belief, imagination, delusion, being moldable and adaptable to that, and as well as others. And that's pretty much it for the frequency of creation. You know what I'm saying? The squares, emotion, and experience of what our emotion is. It's played out through Chiron and Aries, you know what I'm saying? 10th house from Mars and Cancer, you know what I'm saying? 4th house, our emotion of what we experience and within our individual personal interests and how we grow and heal that, you see what I'm saying? Be played out through our birthing ability, or ability to, have a passion or inner fire and desire to go be motivated and shit about our, emotions and what we want to, initiate and create as far as our inner home and emotional home. And is where we on the go with that, you know what I'm saying? How we gonna be on the go with that emotional home. It'll be in a way of 10th house, us, what we seeing in our value, or not our value, but our ability to initiate and create and status or business or career and shit like that, in that personal interests and shit like that, and how we grow, how we heal from that personal interest and shit like that to be able to play out as our emotion of our experience through what we internalizing and initiating, creating in our emotional home to go about that on the go and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Emotion, experience of emotion from Gemini and Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? Jupiter and Gemini to be expansive as far as what we think, communicating and shit like that in our environment, and how we expanding that ability to what we are seeing as and shit like that, and initiate and create that status and that ability to be, you know what I'm saying, have a business or entrepreneur endeavor endorsing that, to emotionally experience that through South Node Virgo, where we have work health routine patterns associated or predicated to more. It's gonna be like you comfortable and safe. You feel safe, secure within that safety, security, and stability within that ability to be moldable and adaptable to how you have a work health routine pattern and shit like that. Is how your emotion is going to be played out in your experience of that emotion, basically, of how you have to see a status within your way that you having thought that way that you could be thinking adaptable and mutable to your environment to it, so you can expand that, wisdom and knowledge, gain wisdom and knowledge, extract that out of that thinking and communicating ability to be moldable and adaptable to your environment, so you can be able to play out that work health routine pattern and shit like that in a way that you can, feel safe, secure within that, have an emotion and experience within that. You see what I'm saying? Your experience of emotion from there would be Cancer, you know what I'm saying? And Mars and Cancer, your desire and passion to whatever you have privacy in home, in your internal home and shit like that, have initiated and created. It's going to be playing out as your status and your ability to, initiate a business entrepreneur endeavor within how you, you know what I'm saying, are, you know what I'm saying, relatable to your first emotions and the way that you initiate and create your relatability energy amongst your desires for how you can relate and shit like that. Your emotional home will be played out in that way through what you want to be seen as standing on businesses, and your emotional home coming from, your passions and desires and what you want to be motivated and predicated towards seen as, you see what I'm saying, as initiating, creating a business and status and shit like that, or having an entrepreneurial endeavor to be able to, you know what I'm saying, be seen as that emotion and internal home and shit like that, that you can go on to go with and shit, that you can inner, you know what I'm saying, your desire, your very deep down desire, innerly feel that, first emotional connection that you, in your relationships, in relations, and your relatability energy and shit like that was able to, you see what I'm saying, attach on to and really just have an emotion of experience within that, which you attach to and shit like that. So, your ability to gravitate towards, relationships and whatever that relationship and relatability energy is that you have a tendency to gravitate toward in your deep desires. Stupid ass. But nah, from there, emotional experience from Aquarius in the sun, moon, Mercury, and Pluto aspects from Uranus being in Taurus, that square would be played out as emotional experience from our associations, and what we want to be, have a status, is be initiating, create a status that we want to be seen as, and have a business or entrepreneurial energy within shit like that. It's gonna be like how we going about the actions, being know what I'm saying, communicating and analyzing and amongst that associations with how we create an emotional connection and react and respond to power and control, transformation energies within that. It would be like, you know what I'm saying, how we having to have emotional experience within that goddamn, you know what I'm saying, value that you valuing. You know what I'm saying, that you want to see for long term. You know what I'm saying, it's fixation for long term. Your ability to see it grow and your ability to have a give value and talent in the long term for you to be able to hold that up and shit. See what I'm saying? Be able to have a self-esteem or more not just able to hold that up and have a self-esteem that you can fixate and sustain throughout that, and that you can build on from what you touch, taste, feel, and smell and hear and see. You know what I'm saying? So in your give value and talent, it'll be played out as what you emotionally experiencing from amongst the associations of how you want to be seen, you know what I'm saying, or initiate a business and entrepreneur endeavor and shit like that. So of how that power and control is taking place and the associations and how you think and communicating that and analyzing about going about talking about that amongst your your associations and taking action within that and being able to react and respond in a way that is more healthy wise, to be able to create an emotion of internal emotional home of that being something that's sustainable in a business way or more entrepreneurial way and shit like that, for tourists to have an emotion of experience through what you for your give value and talent to have an emotional experience and shit like that, for your fixated sustainable ability to see that in the long term, how you individual and you unique within that, you know what I'm saying, be your emotion of experience. So from there, Pisces and North Node, Venus, Saturn, and Neptune, you know what I'm saying, which you have a more predication to be entrepreneurial endeavor through that, or want to be seen, grow or start initiate and create initiate and create and spark a business within that imagination, faith, belief, delusion, that on the spiritual path that you're going through, how you show love, value, and appreciation for that, how you, build on the way that you can adapt and mold to others' faith, belief, imagination, delusion, as well as your own, and how you can actually create more in, dream, faith, belief, imagination within your ability to, that your spirit has. You seeing that experience of emotion play out through how you are moldable and adaptable to, through that square of Gemini and Jupiter, expandable to be able to